Bob from Bob's Workshop. Here in my basement, it might very well be Arbor Day because I'm adding a lot of trees to my Lionel O-scale layout. I made them from a bush I found in my neighborhood. And today, I'd like to show you another area where they're going to help improve the look of just about everything. So, here is part 2 of my miniature trees made from Spirea. I hope you like it. Is there anything else? Anything else, cutie? You just found some Spirea? Spirea bushes. It's hard to tell what they are, but that is a Spirea, and this is the little puppy who found it. Thank you very much, Millie. Thank you for finding Spirea. You're a good puppy. I've seen this plant before, but never knew its name. Spirea. In the fall and winter, it looks like this. And I realized that it is a nearly perfect size to use as a miniature tree, as long as I can keep the dried blossoms attached. I'm hoping that a heavy coat of spray Mod Podge will take care of that issue. Next, I dabbed some green paint onto each of those dried blossoms. I showed these steps in greater detail during the last video, which I'll link below. I was very happy with the results, and 2 of these little miniature trees helped to liven up a small park on my Lionel O-scale layout. Today's project is of a similar nature. Most of the areas on my layout can be picked up and moved around. A while back, I carved a tunnel from pieces of XPS foam insulation. It was one of my earlier attempts, and I still like it, but it could be better. The addition of 2 new trees will help a lot, but I also want to add greater detail and more realistic color. Right now, there's just too much gray and black. The foam is pretty soft, and a pencil is all I need to make a tree-sized hole. I'll touch up the tree's trunk later on when I'm painting other parts of the fake rock. It's a big improvement already. I especially like the way that the branches help to frame the tunnel and overlap the pine tree. Nature has a way of filling up empty spaces, so even this looks more realistic. A second tree higher above will also help distract from the somewhat artificial look of the once snow-covered pine trees. I'm not sure what sort of deciduous tree this might represent, but I really like the look of it. And so far, I haven't knocked off too many of the repainted dried blossoms. These trees probably won't last forever, but if I get 1 or 2 years out of it, I'll be pretty happy. Now it's time to upgrade the rest of the rock formation. I created puddles of liquid Mod Podge in several areas that seemed like logical places for loose stones to settle. I'll sprinkle on even more ballast and use a brush to spread them around. These little tiny specks of rock will go nowhere once the Mod Podge has dried. Then I can use a thin wash of medium brown acrylic craft paint to give everything a dirtier look. Nature is kind of a dirty place. Rainwater and runoff will take loose soil just about anywhere. An hour or two of drying time is about all that's needed before I can return to the rocks and lightly highlight individual stones here and there. Some are gray, some are tan. Some are done with a dry brushed technique, while others are just lightly touched with a fine-tipped brush. It's more time consuming, but I think the results are worth it. I used carpenter's glue to attach strips of wood over a bland, flat section of gray. I like the idea of an older, neglected wooden platform next to the train tracks. So the strips of wood were laid in a jagged, uneven way. Then I gave it all a coat of flat black. Now I'll come back with some browns and grays and make it look old. I might add another wash of medium brown over these boards once the gray has dried. I like that dirty look. This upgrade is just about finished, which is good because Millie needs to go outside to pee. Here are some images of the finished product. The tunnel, not Millie's pee. Thank you for watching, and until next time, this has been Bob's Workshop. Take care. Millie, playing in the snow. You got tired of chasing the ball. Now you want to eat stuff from the bird feeder. Oh no, that's poop. Stop.